Hi, this is Trepacer. This is going to be my review of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3, excuse me, Episode 1, the premiere, of course. And it's called Laws of Nature. Okay, it opens basically with you see a guy running down the street, see destruction all over the place, and he's basically, pleading with people to help him. And every time he touches something, it melts, disintegrates. You see people running away from him in fear, basically, and then you see these group of soldiers pull up and basically, order him to the ground and and you see them getting ready to basically capture him. Look like they're going to capture him, and all of a sudden, da 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 da, Daisy shows up with a cool earthquake-like powers, and of course, dispenses with the bad guys, and of course, also with her is snarky British guy Hunter and Mac, and Hunter opens up this portal, and down comes this. I guess best described, this looks like a box, an open box, and basically Daisy, excuse me, tells him, listen, we're here to help. You're experiencing these new powers, and of course, the guy's totally freaking out, and they said, listen, come with us, we'll save you, and they put him in the box, and basically the box closes, and then it rises up to the big, gigantic bus. This is a new, improved looking bus. It's gigantic, and you see it flying up, and then of course they vanish. Okay, and then you see the bad guys that got suspensed, particularly the bald-headed guy that's with them, that's like the leader. He goes up to a van, a truck that just pulled up, and basically tells them, listen, we had him, but somebody got him. And you see her say, well, listen, let's clean up and get containment, and we got to find out, we'll move on to the next one. Okay, and then you see the S.H.I.E.L.D. again, and you find out that Fritz is actually gone. He's not there. He's supposed to be on a lead to try to find something that can help free Gemma from the black monolith that sucked her in at the last, at the season 2 finale. That that black ooze, that graviton, the big block that they had, it sucked her in, and of course, Fitz, he's trying to do it because he loves Gemma, obviously, and he's trying to do everything so he's basically off on his own on a secret mission to try to find an artifact that can help him understand the rock and free Gemma. Okay. Meanwhile, in the meantime, Bobby is down working in the lab since Gemma's not there and Fitz is gone, and she's analyzing one of the guns from the henchman that tried to get that Inhuman. His name is Joey, I think that's the guy's name, Joey, and she analyzed it, and they discovered it's part of and they actually, you see, I forgot to mention this. Coulson is in the crowd when S.H.I.E.L.D. or the non-S.H.I.E.L.D. Rescue the Inhuman, and he takes a picture of the woman when she lowers her window to speak to her henchman, and he takes a picture. So when they get back, he has all reconnaissance software trying to find out exactly who she is, and they find out that she actually's been in all these different agencies all over the place. Okay, and which is really interesting. And of course, they show Daisy again trying to talk. Daisy and Mac trying to talk Joey down, but Joey's still hypersensitive, and they basically try to explain to him, listen, you've been infected with this new gene, with this the terror gene, and now you have these powers, and we're basically we're here to try to help you accept these powers and control them. But until then, you're basically gonna have to stay here, because there's no way if we let you back in there. Either that team that was after you is gonna get you, or the cops, the police are gonna catch you and lock you up, and and basically they tell him basically his life is over, and of course totally depresses him. Okay, and then Daisy goes to Coulson and says, listen, I can't do this. Listen, why don't we try to get Lincoln again? And they said, well, Lincoln turned you down before. Lincoln's the Inhuman that helped Skye when she first went through her but he said, and Coulson asked Mac, what did he think? He said, we'll give it one more chance, and they go off to see if they can recruit Lincoln to come back and help with the Inhumans. Okay, in the meantime, Coulson and Hunter are tracking down the woman that they think is behind a bunch of other random incidents where Inhumans disappear. Okay, and they actually show you a scene of her looking over a bunch of humans' bodies, and you see them with their, basically, it looks like their chests are open up and they're all dead, and you see her, like observing, looking at these bodies. Okay, and then the next thing you see, they go to Fitz, and they see him in Morocco, and he's tracking down this one particular guy who has this artifact that's supposed to be the key to understanding the rock. Okay, and basically Fitz pulls the old flim flam on them. He gets the parchment and leaves them with a fistful of smokes and buggers off. Okay, successful in his mission. I like Fitz. He was a total badass in that scene. Okay, and anyway, you see Hunter and Coulson. They track down the woman. They find, they track her down, and they see where that she's only by herself this 1 minute time, that when she's on about 10-minute time when she's on the train reading her emails, and they just happen to be on the train with her when she gets on the train, and then of course she turns the tables on them and handcuffs them, and they basically do their little back and forth where Coulson and the lady, they exchange pleasantries about working for different agencies and all that stuff, about her working for all these different agencies. And basically the gist of it is that they find out that she's not doing that. Everybody assumed that she was behind the snatching humans and killing them, but she was actually not. She was actually tracing these incidents and trying to find out who was behind them. Speaking of that, we go to the hospital where they of course approach Lincoln again and try to persuade him again to come back with them, but of course he turns him down. He's happy with his life as a doctor. He's a doctor at this hospital, and he's happy. You can see he's happy with his life, but he doesn't want to go back. And basically, him and Mac get into a kind of a stare down. When of course, out of nowhere, this blue creature looks like a giant porcupine, I guess in a way, a tall, muscular porcupine appears and basically starts attacking, Mac, Lincoln, and Daisy. Okay, and they managed, after a few knocks downs and stuff, they managed to basically escape. I think Daisy opens up the ground, and basically he falls through the thing, and they make their escape. But of course, Lincoln, I think that he doesn't come back with them. Actually, does he? I'm trying to remember. No, I don't think he goes back with them. Yeah, he doesn't go back with them, even though they say, "Listen, look what this happened to you. You should come with us," but he's still adamant about not, coming back. And then of course you see that, Mac and Daisy have to make their escape. And of course you see the nurse that was Lincoln was talking with earlier. You see her pointing him out, and of course he buggers off. Okay, and then you also see there's a little bit of interplay with Hunter and Bobby. At first, in the beginning of the episode, where they were saying they weren't talking to each other. And of course, that towards the end of that, he actually comes to see her, and she asks him why he's not talking to her. And he said, "Listen, it's bad luck for the woman to see the bride before the wedding." And of course, he gives her back, the ring, her wedding ring, and basically, says he wants to, marry her. And of course, he also wants her help with tracking down Ward. They want to track down Ward, of course, and some payback, which is, of course, which sounds great to me. Okay. Anyway, we find out later, because Coulson and Hunter, excuse me, I kind of jumped back and forth from Hunter and Coulson, who were trapped on the train with the lady that that was also investigating the humans. They managed to, when she steps away, they managed to escape. Okay, and then of course they go back and confer with Hunter and with Mac and Daisy, and where they tell them about the big porcupine muscular guy. And then of course Fitz comes back, and Coulson talks to him and basically tries to get him to admit, "Come on, it's Gemma is dead. I have to contact her family and let her know that she's MIA." And of course he begrudgingly, because he said, "We need you, Fitz. We need you here." And he begrudgingly accepts it. And then after Coulson goes off, you see him go down to where the big rock is, and he starts punching it in frustration, and then and then it goes off. And then when they come back from commercial, you see Gemma on some weird world. You see her basically running like she's running for her life, and you see she has a cut. She put some dirt on it, and then that's when they show you the shot of, which looks like two moons behind her. and she's also obviously she's been transported to a different world, and I guess in the coming weeks we'll find out where exactly she is. Okay, so that's my I guess my a view of the Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode 1 of season 3. I thought it was a good episode. A lot of stuff accidental. I like Confident Daisy. I could call her Sky, but Confident Daisy. I like Confident Daisy. She's cool. And the best thing, no no Ward in this episode, but it looks like he's going to be coming back. But yeah, Ward I can take. But I thought this was a decent episode. It had a lot of action, and I want to find out who that big transporting muscular Inhuman that looks like a porcupine, who he is exactly and why. Obviously, he's the one that's killing the Inhumans, and find out exactly why he's doing it. And yeah, so you have to find out that mystery. That's the one mystery to figure out. And of course, they say Agent Mays went on vacation and never came back. So of course, you got to have an episode when she comes. We got to find out what she's doing right now, and hopefully she's going to come back because Agent May is my favorite. Okay, and I like Mac and Skies like a team, and they're a good team. I like the Brandages. I know what they said a lot of people. I think that Hunter and Bobby's supposed to have their own spinoff. I think eventually. I don't know if it's a mid-season thing or whatever, but that's when I read about them having their own spinoff. But anyway, overall, I like this episode. A lot of things are moving, setting up the season and stuff. And there's obviously somebody going around killing the humans that's not humans. And of course, also there was the president in this universe was having a press conference saying basically they're going to get to the bottom of this human stuff, the thing that's going on. And you see at the same time he's talking, you see Coulson looking at a board, and I think it said 17 months or something. That basically that the toxin is going to spread all over the world, and I think it said the projection was like 17 months for it to be, completely all over the world. So of course, so that's another thing they have to see if they can stop or reverse if that's even possible. Okay, and so overall, like I said, this is a good episode. A lot of stuff moving, a lot of different stories going on. Fitz trying to save Gemma, Coulson and the team basically trying to figure out, rescuing the Inhumans and trying to find out who's killing the Inhumans and stuff, and then meeting this other lady that's in authority, obviously, and she's trying to find out who's behind these. And then of course you have the little I think that covers everything, right? Yeah, that covers everything. And Gemma, of course, which is the Fitz thing. So that's that. So overall, I thought this was a good episode. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I liked a lot of stuff moving, a lot of moving parts and setting things up and stuff. So I liked it overall. Okay, anyway, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Trepacer saying so long and take care.